90-minute debates and they're going to be sweet to one another for all that time. It's just not going to happen. This is a contest. It's a fight. It's a giant battle for the most powerful office in the world.
This is what we'll be
You're
building.
just not going to have that kind of exchange constantly.
Larry, as always, thank you very much. And back here at Hofstra University, you bet Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton will take the debate stage in just under 2 hours from right now. So what does each candidate need to do or say tonight for them to consider it a win? You probably know them as the campaign cowboys, former senior advisor to President George W. Bush, Karl Rove, and Democratic strategist Joe Tripoli. Joe, your thoughts on what Mrs. Clinton needs to do tonight?
I think this whole debate is both of them fighting over college-educated whites. I mean, that's why I do expect Donald Trump to be more genteel and a calmer force. And I expect her to try to bait him out and to get him out of that shell.
How would you think she would go about doing that?
I'm not sure. I'm sure they gamed it out, but I don't think a calm debate benefits her. I think a calm debate is something that Trump probably wants to sort of appeal to those college-educated whites that have had a hard time getting to him because of his rashness, because of sort of how out there he can get on some of the language that he uses.
It's an interesting question, Carl, because this could be the kind of election year in which the public is poised to make a change, but has been hesitant to do so because it's afraid of one candidate, that being Donald Trump, and that he really doesn't have to do all that much to give them permission, if you will, to vote for him.
He's got the easier task. He's got to reassure people that he's up for the job. You're right. He has this huge dynamic of change running behind his narrative. 2 out of 3 to 3 out of every 4 Americans believe the country's heading in the wrong direction. He's saying, I am different. I am change. She's more of the same. So, yeah, tonight, if it's a placid debate, if being placid means he comes across as a reasonable, sensible, reassuring figure that people can see in the Oval Office, and he will.
So you don't think he has to worry then about losing his hard horse support by being locked in?
They're totally locked in. They are for him. The question is, the people who are sitting there. Look, he is sitting in, depending on what poll you look at, with support from in the high 70s, the low to mid 80s among Republicans. No Republican has ever won the White House without having over 90% of Republicans in his corner. And that group of people, college educated in the suburbs, are the target for him tonight. And that's why you look at this. She's the only Democrat in memory, I think, in history that's been competitive with college educated whites. GOP always wins that. Kennedy always wins those people. So you got this situation right now. She still has. They've been drifting a little bit, but she still has. If he can break them away from her tonight, that does change the complexity of this race. She hangs on to him, then she wins this debate. Now, she wins the election, and that's the interesting thing about it. There could be a moment in this debate that's really attractive to his supporters, and everybody says, "Wow, that was the moment." But if it pushes college-educated whites away from him, it could be the same moment everybody's talking about. The moment that hurts it away. Yeah, she does have the more difficult task because while people see her as more experienced and qualified, they also see her status quo. And what she's got to do tonight is come out and say, I've got a vision that is reasonable and responsible change. Not easy to do. Not easy to do. The race has been tightening because over time, the gravitational power of change is drawing some of those Republicans and independents to the change candidate. And she's got to change. She's got to make that dynamic.
So you don't think she has to go after him?
I think that makes a mistake because, look, it is more important for her to spend more of her time and leave a bigger impression about her and her vision than to go after him, unless she could find that magic way to have him explode on the stage and melt down, which is easier said than done. I agree with that. She needs to make her case, and she has to hope on immigration, on some of these issues that he's been out there on, that he hasn't misstepped, that it takes the bait. And if she fact checks him, which is her easiest way to get at him, she needs to fact check him to the moderator, not to him, and it needs to be low key rather than big. The bigger it is, the more it looks like she's on the assault, as opposed to saying, well, look, I just want to set the record straight. here's the real facts. If she goes at him and says liar and liar, I mean, she's the loser in that battle.
Thank you, Joe. And if they get into an exchange, harsh exchange,
I think a harsh exchange is dangerous for both of them. I mean, I think, we've seen this several times. I mean, I think Trump, he's not going to get away with lying Ted or Little Marco or crooked Hillary. But yeah, I don't think that'll work.
But, there was interesting, he said that he planned to be respectful, and then he asked his supporters in some kind of poll, whether they wanted him to call her crooked Hillary. If they all voted not, I suspect a lot of them said yes. Right. He think it's a bad move.
But this is the thing. He can't come in. If he comes into this space trying to satisfy his base or rev up his base, I think that pushes the college-educated rights that he needs away from them. And that's what she has to hold.
Yeah, he has this huge lead according to one poll, like 29 points more than Mitt Romney did on what? It's high school educated white men. Right. That's not enough to offset this.
No, it's not. It's not. And look, Joe's absolutely right. If they walk in here tonight and say, the person on the other side of the camera that I'm talking to is my base. She says it's that left-wing true blue Democrat, or he says it's those people who show up at my rallies that make a mistake, because tonight, those people are going to remain with them. They may look at them and say, you know what, you didn't do as good as I thought you should have done, or you did better, but they're going to stay with them. The people they're going after are that 8, 10, 12% that are undecided, and the 5 or 6 or 7% that are either weakly linked to them or committed to the
Last question to you, Joe. What about this enthusiasm factor, which appears to favor Trump? If she's sedate and calm, does she do anything to help that situation?
Look, I think there's plenty of time for her to do that. I mean, we're going to do that. We're going to get out the vote. The Democrats do that
Because an enthusiastic vote counts as much as
it doesn't matter how
Gentlemen, thank you. We'll have you back a little bit later. And I do not envy Lester Holt from NBC News. Tonight he may have the hardest job of all, but what precisely should that job be? That's next. Also, stay with Fox News all night long for live coverage of this highly anticipated debate from here at Hofstra University.
The Honda Take Home a CRV sales event is here with incredible deals. Loaded with standard features like Pandora compatibility, a multi-angle rear view camera, and plenty of cargo space. It's no wonder the CRV was named Kelly Blue Book's KBB.com Best Buy 2016. Hurry into the Honda Take Home a CRV sales event and get a great deal today.
With my moderate to severe ulcerative colitis, the possibility of a flare was almost always on my mind. Thinking about when to avoid, where to go, and how to deal with my UC. To me, that was normal, until I talked to my doctor. She told me that Humira helps people like me get UC under control, and keep it under control.
What?
Certain medications haven't worked well enough.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis, serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma.
What?
They
eat? They eat?
Yeah. Allergic reactions.
No, fucking raise.
Before treatment, get tested
No.
for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are
No, I
common,
don't
and if
want
you've had
chicken.
TB, hepatitis
No.
B, are prone to infections, or have
No.
flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Raise your expectations. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, control is possible.
The tight pant. Just became history. Introducing the Flex Pant. With a waistband that flexes at least 1.5 inches, as well as all-over stretch comfort. Expandable pant comfort. Only from Van Heusen. You're welcome.
Fox News Channel on Sirius XM. Your favorite shows on Channel 114. Plus every story, every 15 minutes. Fox News headlines 24/7. Channel 115. Who won? Who lost? It's powerful host-to-week coverage you can't miss. First, the Kelly File breaks down the big event. Then, must-see candidate analysis on Hannah.
What's it worth to be there for birthdays?
It was loading.
What's it worth to be there for recitals? What's it worth to be there for picnics and weddings? Summit Beach. Is it worth one phone call? Get checked for breast and cervical cancer. For more information on free screenings, call 1-844-245-0708.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing will throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Oh. Yeah, saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand. Fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
We are live at Hofstra University in Hempstead, New York, for the first presidential debate of the 2016 fall election. This year, the moderators have become almost as big a story as the candidates themselves. Many believe the moderators should fly under the radar. So, what role should Lester Holt play tonight? Our nightly political panelists here: ABC News political director Rick Klein, and from USA Today, Heidi Persbella. All right. This has got to be a heated debate. I thought it would be over weeks ago. It's not. It's intensified. When you get down to it, there seem to be two views. There's the moderator who asks some questions, keeps track of time, tries to give each candidate a fair shot, and there's the moderator who's more interventionist. Which do you think the moderator should be, Heidi?
I think NBC itself has already tried to telegraph a little bit that Lester Holt is not going to be a potted plant. What he is going to do is what every moderator before him has done. Whether you want to call that a fact check or just holding the candidates accountable, that is using his instincts, that when he hears them say something that is incorrect, demonstrably incorrect, that he intervene and not say, you're wrong, you're lying, but Mr. Trump or Secretary Clinton, how does that square with your statement in 2011?
Make sure to subscribe. I hope you like this.
That's an inconsistency issue, isn't it? That's a little different.
So I think that is where
How
we're
long
getting
is
tied up
this?
in this terminology about fact check. Nobody expects the moderator to jump in with every statistic that may be off or maybe a little bit embellished, because that really would destroy the flow. But to me, that is a fact check.
I hope you like this video and make sure to leave a subscribe. I hope you like it. I hope I get 1,000 likes.
That's the job of the other candidate, and the other candidate should be given a chance to do that. Your thoughts?
I think